students, welcome in the next class of class 8 history. I am Purushottam and we'll see glimpses of modern India, how British East India Company would establish itself, its power in India, and what were their initial policies. Till now, we have seen that the British East India Company has acquired land in India, they had erected factories in India, and with the Battle of Plassey and Buxar, they has also gained the power of collecting taxes on Indian territories. Now, in this period, we will be focusing on various policies formed by British East India Company. First among them is dual system of government that company introduced in Bengal, and subsidiary alliances that company formed with various rulers of India, and lastly the Doctrine of Lapse, which was a kind of idea which Britishers used to take over the Indian provinces. So first, dual system of government, which was introduced by Robert Clive, and till Warren Hastings it was continued. Now you should remember that the Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar were fought under the leadership of Robert Clive. Robert Clive was the leader of British East India Company back then, and by the end of Battle of Buxar, they formed the Allahabad Treaty, which was signed by Clive himself. And in that treaty, one of the clause was there that company would gain the rights of collecting the taxes from some of the regions of Bengal and our region. So, in dual system, the government was divided into two parts. First of all, the dual government system in Bengal was introduced by Robert Clive in 1765, and it was continued till 1772. Why this is called as dual government system? Because in this system, the administration was divided into two parts. One is Diwani part, and other is the Nizamat. So that's why the system is called as dual government system, because the administration was divided into two parts. One, Diwani, and second one, the Nizam. The Diwani right means it is the right to collect the taxes. It is the right to get money from the people. It is the right to get the taxes, and that those rights were conferred to the company. So, due to this dual government system, the company was a main authority who could collect the taxes from the people, who could collect the money from the people, and Nizamat means the administrative right that were given to the Nawabs. It means that all civil obedience civil order is maintained by Nizamat right, and it was the responsibility of the Nawabs. So the company all have to do is collect money from people, and it has nothing to do with maintenance of civil order in the territory, because maintenance of good order in society was the responsibility of Nawab. So that's why this dual government system was more beneficial for the company, because the company's main motto was to earn money from India. They had nothing to do with the well-being of Indian people. So the well-being or administration was kept to the Nawabs, to the rulers, and collecting money was kept to the company. The company increased the rates of revenue in order to increase their profit. Right? And they implemented harsh measures to collect the taxes. If somebody failed to pay the taxes, then they have to punish. They would have been punished. The welfare of the people was completely neglected. by both company and Nawab, because Nawab was not having enough money for implementation of good law and order, and company was not having any to do with the peoples of the territory. It was mainly focusing on earning more money and more money. So welfare of people was neglected by both of them. Now British appointed a collector to collect the revenue. So they designed a system in which fixed revenue was collected from the fixed part of a land. So in order to collect revenue, in order to improve the collection of revenue, in order to get more profit in the form of revenue, British appointed collectors to collect the revenue. The peoples were forced to pay the higher rates. As they had increased the rates of revenue, the taxes were increased, and peoples were forced to pay them. Those who could not capable of paying the revenues, taxes, they left the village and fled to the villages. So they left the villages and fled to the villages. So now peoples are moving away from their territories because they could not pay the taxes. The farmers that used to do farming could not sell their crops, could not sell their produce in market, and could not earn the money to pay the taxes. That's why they sold their lands to the other peoples. That's why they became more and more people. And on the top of that, entire policy of dual governance has forced Bengal in the first famine in the British rule in 1770. Company's policy led famine in the Bengal occurred in 1770. Many people died in that famine because people were not having enough money to procure food for themselves. They had to pay the taxes at higher rates. That's why the famine occurred in 1770. Now, after that, it was all about the Bengal. Now, the Subsidiary Alliance policy was introduced by Lord Wellesley. In this alliance, it was an alliance between the British East India Company and the ruling people of India. So, Indian ruler, whoever is be, if entered into this subsidiary alliance, so what they have to do? They have to dissolve their own army. So, Indian rulers cannot keep their own army, right? And they have to accept the British forces in their territory. Now, it has two implications. The Indian ruler, whatever army they were having, those people become unemployed. So, those people thought that the rulers are not thinking of them. Rulers are going against their own people, because those people who were in the army of Indian ruler were lost the job. That's why we became angry. And again, for the security of Indian ruler, they had to keep the forces of the British, right? And they also have to pay the money for the British Army's maintenance. So they will keep the British Army in their territory, and they will pay the salaries of those British Army people. So they maintain the British Army who Indian ruler. Now see, Army is of company, British East India Company, and who is maintaining them? Indian rulers are maintaining them. And again, in return, what they will get? Indian rulers will get army of Britishers to protect them from any Indian state, or from any foreign attack, or from internal revolt. So, British army will protect the Indian rulers. Indian rulers will pay for British army, and Indian rulers are not allowed to have their own army. And one promise the Britishers has kept or given Indian rulers, that they will have no interference in the internal affairs of the Indian ruler. I remember you, this promise was hardly kept. All the policies were designed by the Britishers only, and Indian rulers could not do anything of their own. So Indian state could not enter into any other alliance. the Indian state, if it has undergone the subsidiary alliance with the British government, British company, that state could not form alliance with any other foreign power. Right? Or they could not employ any other foreigner than Britishers. If some other foreigner is in the office of the Indian ruler, he has to be discarded from the office. So only Englishmen are allowed to be servicemen in the Indian ruler. Indian state could not enter into political alliance with any other Indian state. Like Indian state could not form alliance with any other foreigner than English and Britishers, and Indian state cannot form alliance with any other Indian state. So it's just curbing of all the rights of Indian state. Indian state does not have any foreign policy. The Indian ruler thus lost all powers with respect to the foreign affairs and the military. They cannot keep their military. They have to pay money for keeping the military of Britishers. They cannot form alliance with the foreigner than Britishers. They cannot form alliance with any other state. So thus they have lost their independence. Right? They have lost all the powers of foreign affairs and military. So British president was also stationed in the Indian court. He was called as Diwan. Right? So Diwans, British Diwans, or British company appointed peoples are kept permanently in the court of Indian ruler. So Hyderabad in 1798, Mysore after the death of Tipu Sultan in 1799, after the fourth Anglo-Mysore War, Tanjore in 1799, Awadh 1808. Now Marathas, Peshwas of Maratha 1802, Sindhyas 1803 and Gaikwad 1803. Now, these Indian rulers went in subsidiary alliance with the British government, British East India Company, and they lost their everything, independence. Later comes Doctrine of Lapse. Lord Dalhousie. Now it's kind of obscure type of doctrine. It was another idea by the British East India Company to take over the Indian states. What this Doctrine of Lapse say, if the Indian ruler could not produce male hire, then his rule will lapse. The company will annex the territory. So the kingdom will be handed over, the administration will be handed over to the company. This is very obscure. If the ruler could not produce male hire, then the ruler will be lost. Any adopted son of the Indian ruler could not be proclaimed as a hire in the kingdom. So no new king will be up. If you have a male son, then only it can become a king. Otherwise, no adopted son will be allowed to become a king. That territory will be annexed to the British company. Adopted son can inherit the properties of the father, personal properties of father, but he cannot take over this estate. So, the personal properties and personal estate of father will be inherited to the adopted son, but he will not be regarded as the king. Adopted son would also not be entitled to any pension that his father has been receiving or any of the father's title. So he will not be king. No title will be given to the adopted son. No pension will be given to the adopted son. So this challenged the very rule of Indian people to appoint their own head. Indian rulers could not appoint their heads. That's why the stateless kingdom was lapsed with the help of these features, and that's what is called as Doctrine of Lapse. That's it for today. I hope you understand few of the policies from the British East India Company to take over the Indian territory and to get more profit out of that. Now in next period we will see few Anglo-Indian wars. Till then, take care, be safe, bye bye.